Very pleasant day, children. What are you doing all? How do you spending your time in whole day? How do you are spending, children? ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ 6 ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಸಮಯದ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ? ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಕಲಿಕೆಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನವೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನವೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ? ಯಾಕೆಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವ ವಿಚಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಿಷ್ಟೇ, ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯವನ್ನು ಈ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವಾ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ? ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆಯಾ? ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಪದಗಳ ಬಳಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ. ನನಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷು ಸುಲಭ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ? ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಓದಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಎಸ್ಸೆಗಳು, ಏನು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ ವರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪುತ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ತಪ್ಪಿದನ್ನು ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪದವನ್ನು ಪ್ರನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, ಹೌದು, ನಾವೀಗ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಕೊಡುವ ಸಮಯ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷು ಸುಲಭ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಾವು ಓದಬೇಕು. ಸಣ್ಣ ಕತೆಗಳಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನೋವೆಲ್ಲ ಓದುವಾಗ ಇದೆಷ್ಟು ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಉಂಟು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕತೆಗಳನ್ನು, ಒಂದೆರಡು ಲೈನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅರಿವು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅರಿವು ಆದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗಮನಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಗಮನಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವ ವಿಚಾರ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನೀವು? ಹೌದು, ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಪಾಠಪುಸ್ತಕ, ಈ ವರ್ಷದೇ ಪಾಠಪುಸ್ತಕ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಳೆದ ವರ್ಷದ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಪಾಠಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರದ್ದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಓದಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಓದಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಂಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವೇ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷನ್ನು ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳದೆ ಸುಲಭ ಮಾಡುವ ವಿಚಾರದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಮನ ಇರಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಏನೇ ಇರಲಿ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇಂದಿನ ತರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ. ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಡ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಎಸ್, ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಲೆಸನ್ Enchanted Pool, written by Rajgopalachari. What we have learnt in that class? Can you guess? Okay, remember? Okay, recall that? Very good. Let's recall. Pandava brothers were extremely thirsty and went for search of water. What happened? Yudhishthira sent all his brothers near the pool to bring water. They did not come back for a long time. So what happened? Yudhishthira decided to go in search of them. And what did he see? Yes, all his 4 brothers lying next to the pool. As follows, unseen voice asked Yudhishthira to answer all his questions. Yudhishthira decided to obey the voice and prepared for answering the questions. Till here we have studied. Did you get, children? Okay. Now what to do? If we want to know further part, we have to read. So I will reading the text. You have to listen carefully and see the display screen. 8th paragraph. It asked, what makes sunshine every day? Yudhishthira's reply, the power of God. What rescues man in danger? Yudhishthira quickly answered, courage. What is more nobly sustaining than the earth? Yudhishthira said, the mother who brings up the children. What is faster than wind? Mind. Yudhishthira replied. What befriend a traveler? Learning. Who is the friend of one who stays at home? The wife. Who accompanies a man in death? Dharma. That long accompanies the soul in its solitary journey after death. Which is the biggest vessel? The earth, which contains all within itself, is the greatest vessel. What is happiness? Happiness is the result of good conduct. What is that abandoning which man becomes loved by all? Pride. For abandoning that man will be loved by all. What is the loss which brings joy and not sorrow? Anger, giving it up. We will no longer be subjected to sorrow. What is that by giving up which man becomes wealthy? Desire, getting rid of it, man becomes wealthy. What makes one a real Brahmin? It is birth, good conduct, or learning. Answer decisively. Birth and learning do not make one a Brahmin. Good conduct alone does. However, learn a person may be, he will not be a Brahmin if he is a slave to bad habits. What is the greatest wonder in the world? Every day, men see creatures depart to Yama's abode, and yet those who remain seek to live forever. This verily is the greatest wonder. Thus, the Yaksha posed many questions and Yudhishthira answered them all. In the end, the Yaksha asked, O king, one of your dead brothers can now be revived. Whom do you want revived? He shall come back to life. Yudhishthira thought for a moment and then replied, May the cloud complexioned, lotus eyed, broad chested, and long armed Nakula, lying like a fallen ebony tree, arise. The Yaksha was pleased at this and asked Yudhishthira, Why did you choose Nakula in preference to Bhima, who has the strength of 16,000 elephants? I have heard that Bhima is most dear to you. And why not Arjuna, whose prowess in arms is your protection? Tell me why you chose Nakula rather than either of these two. Yudhishthira replied, O Yaksha, Kunti and Madri were the two wives of my father. I, a son of Kunti, am surviving, and so she is not completely bereaved. So, to be fair, I ask that Madri's son Nakula be revived. The Yaksha was pleased with Yudhishthira's impartiality and granted that all his brothers would come back to life. It was Yama, the lord of death, who had taken the form of the deer and the Yaksha, so that he might see his son Yudhishthira and test him. He embraced Yudhishthira and blessed him. Yama said, Only a few days remain to complete the stipulated period of your exile in the forest. The 13th year will also pass by. None of your enemies will be able to discover you. You will successfully fulfill your undertaking, and saying this, he disappeared. This is what the content. I think all of you got the words. That's what to do, children. Yes, it is the term to know the glossary words. What is the meaning of rescue? Rescue means save. Company, go along with. ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. Conduct, behavior, ವರ್ತನೆ. Decisive, determined. Depart, leave, ಹೊರಡುವುದು. Board, home. Impartial, unbiased. Stipulated, specified. Undertaking, venture. Nobly sustaining, gently supporting. Verily, really. Revive, to bring back. Bereave, deprive. Prowess, great skill, at doing something. Brave. A person is brave if a relative or close friend has just passed away. ಯೋಚನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗ್ನರಾಗುವುದು. Now it's your turn to understand the lesson. What happened? Yes, Yaksha started to ask question with the Yudhishthira. The first question is, Yaksha asked, what makes sun shines every day? For that, Yudhishthira replied, power of God. And the next question, what rescues man in danger? He replied that courage rescues man in danger. What is the next question? What is more nobly sustaining than the earth? ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಇರುವವಳು, ಸಹಿಸುವವಳು. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನು? ದ ಮದರ್ ಹೂ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. What is faster than wind? Yudhishthira's answer is mind. The next question is, what befriend of a traveler? What is a best friend who travels along? He said, learning. The next question is, who is the friend of one who stays at home? He said, the wife. Who accompanies a man in death? The next question. For that, answer is Yudhishthira said dharma, that alone accompanies the soul in the solitary journey after death. ಉಳಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ಧರ್ಮ. The next question is put by Yaksha was, which is the biggest vessel? Yudhishthira answered, the earth, which contains all within itself, is the greatest vessel. What is happiness? Happiness is the result of good conduct. What is that abandoning which man become loved by all? The answer is pride. For abandoning all men who were loved by all. Next question is, what is the loss which brings joy and not sorrow? The answer is anger, giving it up. When we giving up our anger, we will no longer be subjected to sorrow. What is the what is in that by giving up we can become wealthy? Desire, getting up rid of by this desire become man healthy. What makes one a real Brahmin? Yes, Yudhishthira replied, birth and learning do not make one a Brahmin. Good conduct alone does. However learned a person may be, he'll not be a Brahmin. If he is a slave to bad habits, he is the real. What is the greatest wonder in the world? Every day men see creature depart to Yama's abode, and yet these who remain seek to live forever. This verily is the greatest wonder. Every day man seeing such things, that is greatest wonder. Likewise, Yaksha asked many questions to Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira answered all of them. In the end, Yaksha pleased and asked Yudhishthira to choose any one of his brothers alive. So, Yudhishthira chose Nakula rather than Bhima and Arjuna. Yaksha asked why he chose Nakula. Yudhishthira replied to Yaksha, Kunti and Madri were two wives of his father. So, I am son of Kunti. Yudhishthira saying, I am alive. To be fair, I asked about Nakula, who is the son of Madri. Again, pleasing with his answer, Yaksha take his real form as Yama and blessed them all and made them alive. This is in the end, all the brothers were happy because of Yudhishthira's wisdom. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ? ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನಿಗೆ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್ನ ಮೂಲಕ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾರಣ ತನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಹೋದರರ ಜೀವವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರನಿಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಗೆ ಅದು ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಅನ್ಸೀನ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ತನ್ನ ರೂಪವನ್ನು ತಾಳ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನನ್ ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಯಮ, ಫಾದರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, I think all of you got about this topic. The end of the story is become they were happy. And one more thing, he said that what to do, place best them on and made to alive, then said to ಏನು ಅಂತ, ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಗವಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಅರಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಯ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳು. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯನಿಮೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಇದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಯಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ ಹಾಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ನೌ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದಿಸ್. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ see about the key points what we have learnt in this class. Yaksha started putting forth questions to Yudhishthira. Yaksha was pleased with the answer given by Yudhishthira. Yakshaniಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. He gave Yudhishthira a boon. ಏನು boon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವರ, saying that he would bring to life any one brother chosen by him. Yudhishthira reasoned that his own mother Kunti would have at least one surviving son, because telling about himself. But Madri would be left of both her sons. So, to be fair, he asked to revive Nakula. Yaksha, being pleased with his reply, what happened, gave Yudhishthira another boon. ತನ್ನ ವಿಸ್ಡಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು boon ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನು, all his brothers would be brought back to life. Then Yudhishthira revealed his own identity. Indeed, he was none other than Yama. Yaksha revealed his identity. This is the father of Yudhishthira. Yaksha blessed him, his son. Before leaving, Yama blessed Yudhishthira, saying that Pandava brothers would complete the remainder of their exile period without further incident and return to their kingdom. ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾವ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಆಗದೆ ನೀವು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಅರಮನೆ ಸೇರುವಂತೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅನ್ಸೀನ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಯಕ್ಷ ಮಾಯ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್. ರೀಡ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು try to answer. Four options are given. You have to choose correct answer. First one, finish. Okay. Second one, very good. Third one, finish. Okay, shall we check the answer? According to Yudhishthira, the friend of one who stays at home is the wife. Very good. Yudhishthira asked for dash to be revived. The answer is Nakula. Yudhishthira turned dash Bhima. The correct preposition is to be filled. Turn to Bhima. Next question is, identify the not so desirable quality. Which is the not so desirable quality? Yes, selfishness. It was Yama, the lord of death. Write the correct part of speech for the underlined word. Yama means noun. Chakravarti Rajgopalachari is popularly known as Rajaji. These are the answers. Those who got 6 out of 6, very well children. Okay, those who did not finish, again pause the video and see the question and write the answer. After that, you check the answer. Now it is the time for home assignment. Children, you have to note down the questions in your workbook and try to answer these questions. According to Yudhishthira, mind is faster than the wind. Do you agree with him? ಅವನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಗ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ? ಮೈಂಡ್ ವಿಂಡಿಗಿಂತ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಟು ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಹೂ ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ ಡೇಂಜರ್? ಡೇಂಜರಲ್ಲಿರುವಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನನ್ನು ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ವೈ ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ ಯಕ್ಷ ಗಿವ್ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಅ ಬೂನ್? ಯಕ್ಷ ಯಾಕೆ ವರ ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು? ವೈ ಡಿಡ್ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಚೂಸ್ ನಕುಲ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಭೀಮ? ಭೀಮನ ಬದಲು ನಕುಲನನ್ನೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ? ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್. ಡು ಯು ಅಗ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್? ಹೌದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಉತ್ತಮ ವರ್ತನೆಯಿಂದ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಎಗ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಆಗೋದಿದ್ದರೆ ಹೇಗೆ? ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸಮೇತ ಆನ್ಸರನ್ನು ಬರೀರಿ. ತುಂಬ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, 1, 2, 3 ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. Do your homework. After that, you have to read the lesson. I'm again remembering you that you have to read the lesson, otherwise you can't get the meaning of the words. So, after this class, I'll send the PDF file as a notes and you have to complete it. Children, do your homework and try to understand. For understanding, you have to read the lesson. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.